St. Paul raises an interesting question in his letter to the Thessalonians. He asks, what thanksgiving then can we render to God for you, for all the joy we feel on your account before our God? These people are so joyful. They are wondering, how can we give thanksgiving to God for all joy that we receive? And a lot of people will find that ironic and ask themselves or ask us, how can that be a source of joy? I'm missing out on the good stuff. I'm sacrificing. I'm letting go of a lot of things. What joy are you talking about? And what comes to mind is, if I describe to you my favorite food, which you haven't tried, you probably will wonder, yeah, maybe you're finding it good, but I don't understand it. And that's probably how those people are. They haven't experienced the joy that God brings, and so they find it weird that we are talking about this so called joy in their minds. But it is a real joy. All of us who have given our lives to God know this to be true. But how? How can we find this joy? Jesus tells us in the gospel today that uh, we are to be like the faithful and prudent servant whom God left the world, the household to his care, just as he left us the world in our care. And how do we lose out? How do we miss out on this? Because, yes, we might have been given the opportunity for joy, but we might still miss out on it. How? Jesus tells us uh, that those who beat his fellow servants, in other words, those who cheat, those who bring harm to others, they will never experience the love that God brings. Or it might be that you eat and drink with the drunkards. In other words, you might be living a worldly life. You might not be focused on God, but rather focused on the fruits of the earth instead of the fruits of the Spirit. Brothers and sisters, if you give space to the world, there will be no space for God. There's no such thing as a one-fourth Christian or a one-eighth Christian. It's either you're a Christian, you're a Catholic, or you're not. It's either you're giving your life or you're not. Yes, it might not be perfect. You might not be able to do it properly. But that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is you having that desire, pure desire to give yourself fully to God. If you're wondering where the joy is, or if someone is asking you where the joy is, the solution is to treat everybody with love and to give yourself to God and God alone. And you will be finding yourself sooner, or your friend or whoever, they will be finding themselves looking how to thank God for the joy that they have received.